I'm one of 4 daughters of Carter and Louise Jackson. My parents bought the ranch back in 1955. Eventually they had 4 daughters, and so we all grew up here.
There's a real urgency to needing to protect this land, and it's unknown what the next generation will want to do. And once these opportunities are gone, they're gone forever.
My parents decided to put an easement on it in 1995. Both parents have since passed away, and my 3 sisters and I retain the ownership, but Daddy's vision of saving some of the past for the future, what the ranch is and what it represents, will continue because it has this easement on it.
The Jackson family are legendary. Of course, they go back multiple generations in this area. Sandy's been a board chair for the Soil Conservation District. Jim is a PhD mycologist, and they've just always been so integral to ranching in this valley.
The Jackson family is being wed to this place, and my grandchildren and great-grandchildren are getting a taste of what a different kind of life is like. And I want to see that go into the future.
My background is archaeology. Jim's background is in ecology, so we kind of have that full human interaction with the land and how ranching is good. Alternatives are subdivisions, and ranchers deeply care for the land. I hope that the communities continue to value that idea of open space.
Yeah, they've conserved everything down here on this lower ranch. It really is at the southern extent of development outside of Glenwood, and it's helping to protect this agricultural open space buffer and retaining the community character of Glenwood. Private lands are absolutely critical pieces of the broader conservation picture. These really are our last open corridors that connect to the rivers as well as the public lands in the high country. 73% of the critical winter habitat for our big game is located on working ranches. They provide sources of local food, clean air, clean water. This is a tapestry. Just because it's private land doesn't mean that it's not part of the whole.
100,000 years ago, we had mammoths wandering right up this valley. They were following the same path that that highway takes right now. Still, we have to have that connection to nature so that we can take care of it.
How about you? I don't like you anymore. What's for lunch?
My parents are here everywhere, and my parents are such a part of my sisters and I, and they gave us the appreciation of the outdoors.
To learn that my mom and dad felt strongly enough to put a conservation easement on this piece of property is amazing. To see the connection that even the littles have to this place already. And I know that progress is important, but so is this.
These are a couple of my favorite pictures of my parents, both my mother and my father, and they're grodiest, but that's when they were happiest. I think a lot of people in the community are glad to see the conservation of the land. It makes me feel good.
We need this kind of open space just to remind us of who we are, where we came from, and what is important in life.
AVLT, we're just here to facilitate. We want to help families achieve their conservation goals. If it weren't for these families who are here stewarding this land, keeping it healthy, feeding us, and sharing it with the wildlife, this is the next generation. This is who we're doing this for. And so protecting that is just such an obvious way of protecting our future for these communities and for our wildlife.